Welcome to Time for Healing. I'm your host, Marion Porter of Star Winds. This is an educational show featuring the area's leading healing practitioners. My goal is to inform you of the various healing modalities available to you. Each episode, I will interview a healing practitioner, and then I will receive their healing live on camera. Oh, yeah. Right. Well, today's show is all about Kundalini Yoga with my guest, Karen Lemieux. Here you are. Here you are, and it's a show on Kundalini Yoga. I'm so excited, so excited. How are you today, love?
I'm awesome. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Thank you for being on the show. Oh, let's get right to it, because I am excited because I do not know what Kundalini Yoga is. So, what is it?
Launch right into it. So my teacher said similar thing to you. Let's just get into the best thing that we've got. So I'm really excited that we're going to have an experiential portion of the show, because Kundalini Yoga is best understood by being experienced. But Kundalini Yoga is considered the mother of all yogas, in that it includes aspects of some of the major traditions of yoga. It's a yoga of awareness, and so it includes some traditional things that we understand about yoga, like asanas or postures, so it's movement. It includes breath work, but it also includes mantra, which is sound healing, and mudra, which are hand positions, which stimulate certain aspects of the brain and the body. So it's a dynamic coordination or system that involves all of these things, and meditation and relaxation in addition, formulated in what they call kriyas. So a kriya is a yoga set per se, and it's a set of specific movements and actions that have a specific result. So there's like 8,000 kriyas in Kundalini Yoga. And so as a teacher, what we do is just deliver the kriya specifically as it's written. We make no changes to the kriya.
8,000?
8,000. It's a several thousands-year-old ancient practice that's actually a science and a technology of healing.
Really? Wow. So there's poses for the body while you're holding your hands a certain way and chanting?
It could be.
That's a lot going on.
It could be a lot going on, yep. So the teacher sits, it's a little different than regular yoga. The teacher's at the teacher's bench and doesn't get off of the teacher's bench, and instructs, and then holds space from a position of what we call shunya, which is stillness. We sit in stillness and hold what they call the 0 point. So it's a being in presence, like fully being in presence. It's also a group energy. So all of the kriyas are more than the sum of its parts. So there's much more happening than just the individual movements and breath work and the mudras and the mantras. And then the energy that's facilitated in the group practice, we use for our own healing, we use for healing for each other, and then at the end of the practice, we send it out for healing into the world.
So how does this heal?
It's the way that I think about it, and I haven't read this in the Kundalini material, but I think 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, all we had was this. We didn't have prescription medication. We didn't have surgery. We didn't have anesthesia. We didn't have the kinds of things that we understand in Western medicine. So in order to harmonize and balance our entire being, we had to use what we had. And so it uses, and you would appreciate it as a sound healer, it uses sound for healing. Like one of the things that we do is press the tongue to the ridge behind the teeth. There's 82 like acupressure points just on that ridge alone.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
What's happening?
And it's working.
What's it doing?
So it's really complex, like understanding it intellectually. I'd have to live a couple thousand more lifetimes and be a physician in all those lifetimes to understand the science of it fully, because pages and pages and pages can be written about each particular movement or hold or sound. So we understand a lot of it, but not all of it. But the good news is that just in the practice of it, we have the experience of healing. And I guess it's important to say that what Kundalini Yoga does is harmonize and balance our entire being. So in this tradition, they talk about there being 10 bodies. So we have one physical body. We have 3 mental bodies. We have the negative mind, the positive mind, and the neutral mind. And then we have 6 energy bodies. So people have heard of the aura or the radiant body or the subtle body. So we know that we have these energy bodies. And of the 8,000 Kriyas, all of them harmonize and balance all 10 bodies. So I did a traditional yoga practice for maybe 7 years before I found Kundalini Yoga. And I practice Kundalini Yoga almost exclusively now because the effects are immediate and long-lasting. And so it brings me back into what is our natural state. Our natural state is harmony, balance, ease, and wholeness. And so it vibrates and resonates and balances the entire being.
Really?
It's kind of cool.
It is, and it's sounding fascinating. So in a couple of shows, I'm going to do a yoga show. So I'm curious, how does Kundalini differ from, I don't know, regular yoga?
Yeah.
What is the difference with Kundalini Yoga? And then what is Kundalini? Because
Right.
I've heard that
Yeah,
term.
thank you for that.
Yeah.
So Kundalini is the energy of consciousness, and it's an energy that lies in a spiral at the base of the spine. So all yoga is about awakening this Kundalini energy. In Kundalini Yoga, we're specifically targeting the Kundalini energy. And so we, in the practice, awaken the energy and rise it up through the body. So you'll see in the practice, we do most of our breathing in and out through the nose because we're facilitating an increase in energy in the body and holding it within the physical body and spreading it to the places within our physical body, our mental bodies, and our energy bodies that need to be balanced and healed. What I notice in my practice is at the end of an hour class, I feel really expanded. I feel very peaceful. I feel like I'm in my natural state.
Really?
I feel balanced and harmonized. They say that in Kundalini Yoga, as opposed to like a Hatha practice, and there's many, 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 many traditions of yoga, that I might practice 12 years in a regular yoga class, what I can achieve in a year in a Kundalini Yoga class. So what I found as a healer is that Kundalini has now become the core practice for me because my intent is to be the presence that heals or to be a healing presence. And in order to do that in this Aquarian age, right, in this time of chaos and change where there's a lot of instability individually and globally, that I want to keep myself kind of in my still center in order to be that place of healing for others. So Kundalini Yoga is the practice that allows me to stay in my center.
Oh my God, I want to stay in my center. I want to find it. This is fascinating. So this is, not to be funny, but this is a healing modality.
It totally is. I'll tell you, I shared with you I was guided into this teacher training just a year ago. I'd been practicing Kundalini Yoga in a class, but I didn't know what it was. And when I got the guidance to go to Kundalini Yoga, I looked at my intuitive voice, which is always hanging up here, and I'm like, you're kidding me, right? I was just finishing a 4-year spiritual practitioner training program and getting ready for licensure, and my first thought was like, have you seen this body? This is like 2 yoga bodies here. You know, I'm not going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm not going to teach. Do you still want me to go? And my guidance said, yes, I want you to go.
Wow.
So with 2 weeks left to go into this teacher training, I wrote a check for $7,000, I think, and showed up at Kripalu just as the training was started. And in the second day, they talked about the training and they identified it. I didn't know what Kundalini Yoga was. I just knew how I felt. They identified it as a science and a technology of healing, and I cried.
Wow.
And I'm like, of course my inner being knew to send me there because as a licensed clinical social worker, as a Reiki master teacher, healing is what I do. And so it was the next It was the next on my path of expanded consciousness and awakening, and my path as a healer and facilitating healing for others.
Wow. Am I glad you're here. This is going to be another one of those shows where I wish I had like 2-3 hours for this show. Okay, so do you use Kundalini yoga in your healing practice?
Yeah, I do. In that I teach Kundalini yoga classes, and you can actually, it's kind of like prescribing. I mean, there's kriyas for everything. There's kriyas for anxiety. There's kriyas for cocaine addiction. There's kriyas.
Wait, really?
Yeah. In fact, Yogi Bhajan, this is Yogi Bhajan, brought Kundalini yoga to the United States and started teaching it in 1969. And he had a Joint Commission accredited non-drug drug treatment facility in California using Kundalini yoga to treat addictions, to treat addicts in California at the time. So there's kriyas for like everything. It balances everything, every kriya, but then you can use kriyas for other things more specifically, for work on the central nervous system, for work on the glandular system, for work on addictions, for work on compulsiveness, for work on a heart opening. There's all kinds of things like that. So your question was, do I use it in healing? I call myself a healer because it's a lazy way of saying what I do. I don't believe that I do any healing. I believe that healing might come through me, but the healing, in fact, happens in the person that I'm working with, right? We are our own healers. And so what I see as my role is awakening the healer within you.
Wow.
So I do that in a number of modalities, but in the Kundalini, when people participate in the class, they awaken their own healer within themselves. I just facilitate.
So, okay, so this is fascinating. Why isn't this everywhere? Why doesn't everybody know about this? I mean, I purposely, when we spoke about this, I purposely did not even want to, and I resisted, I did not look this up in the least bit. But why isn't this everywhere? I mean, my God, what we could be doing with people. There's a lot of, with the veterans now, all the PTSD going on, all of that, tons of addiction out there. Why isn't this everywhere?
Well, and PTSD is my specialty. I specialize in trauma,
Really?
in child sexual abuse and in war trauma, in hospice, death, dying, grief, and loss. Those are my specialty areas. So I am thrilled to have this technology to offer to people, particularly communities like that with veterans.
So do you have veterans doing kriyas? Kriyas are the movements, right?
Kriya in the class, right. I have veterans that I've done Reiki with, that I've taught Reiki to, that are wanting to use that in that population. You know, we've moved from the Piscean age to the Aquarian age. So we've moved from a very kind of masculine-dominated time where there was, tons of violence and things that we did, to each other. We're moving into a more feminine age. But during this transition, there's tumultuous change and breakdown, right? Systems are breaking down that are not based in truth.
Yeah.
And so we need to have the destruct before we can have the construct, before what is to come arises. So I believe that Kundalini yoga is positioned to be one of the forces that helps us move through this really challenging age. I think we were preparing. So when Yogi Bhajan came, he didn't seek to have disciples or followers. He came to teach teachers, to create a community of teachers. So we have a worldwide community of Kundalini yoga teachers that are beginning to bring this practice, and have been for a while in the United States since 1969, bringing this practice to the people. It's a householder's practice. It was reserved for the elite in India. It was a secret. They kept it secret and protected from the masses. Yogi Bhajan violated that in 1969 when he started
teaching. Good for him. Good for him. Thank you, Yogi Bhajan. Go ahead. Big ups to you. Okay. So, all right. So in a little bit, we're going to break down the set, bust out the mats, and I'm going to tell you what I got going on that you might have a kriya for.
Yep, a little taste of Kundalini yoga.
Oh, I'm going to have a taste of Kundalini yoga. Let's do it. Okay, so here we are, and it is time for me to experience what it is to do Kundalini yoga for healing. Here I am on my mat, all ready to go.
Ready to go.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what I'm interested in working on. My doctors like to say that I have this metabolic syndrome, the high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and high blood sugar. Borderline, but they say high blood sugar. And you know what? I am not feeling that, and I do not want to have this. So earlier, when you were talking, I heard you say that this, helps glandular conditions, and this is a glandular condition. So you got a Kriya for me?
Yes, so we're going to do a meditation to balance the glandular system.
Really?
As part of the practice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what will you have me
ready
to do?
to go?
I am.
So what I'm going to do is try to mimic what a class might look like.
Okay.
And then do the sandwich, kind of the Kriya and the meditation in it really briefly. So we're going to center as a beginning. So I'm just going to invite you to just kind of get comfortable in your seat. So you might wiggle a little bit and just feel a little bit comfortable. And really ground down through the sits bones so you feel really connected to Mother Earth. And really feel that. And as you ground down, simultaneously lift up through the spine. So you're creating space in the vertebra, right? And then you're going to tuck the chin back ever so slightly into that place where your head's just kind of floating at the top of the spine. And then I'm going to have you bring your hands together and begin to rub them very briskly. We're stimulating all the energy points and the meridians right in the hands. We know that there's healing in the hands. And we're going to bring that to the heart center in prayer pose. And in prayer pose, we're just going to press our thumbs a little bit into the sternum. And when we do that, we give the heart a little lift up. So we're going to begin by tuning in. So we tune in with a chant, with sound healing. And it sounds like this. It's Ong, O-N-G.
Ong.
Ong Namo.
Namo.
Guru
Namo.
Yep, Namo. Ong Namo.
Om Namo.
Guru Dev.
Guru.
Yep,
Guru
Guru Dev
Dev.
Namo.
Namo.
So it's Ong Namo, Guru Dev Namo.
Om Namo Guru Dev Namo.
So not to worry if you don't know it. We're going to chant it 3 times. So I will chant it. If you can join in, do. If not, just sit in the sound current, Marion, okay?
I want to do
so
it.
what Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo does when we begin our practice, and we begin every Kundalini practice with this mantra, it's called the Adi Mantra. So what it does is honor all the teachers in this lineage that have come before, but most importantly, it connects the chanter, the one who's chanting, to the teacher that lives within. The most important teacher, the guide, is this one that lives within each one of us. So it connects us to that guidance, and it also guides our practice together. Okay?
I'm feeling good already.
So pressing the hands and the fingers together, you're feeling that, and you can close your eyes.
I can't close them too much. I got to see when we're coming to the end of the show.
Okay, so we're going to take a deep breath in to begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale and hold the breath. Gently holding the breath. And then exhale through the nose and release the hands down onto the lap and open up through the eyes. So Marion, what we're going to do to start, we don't have time for a full Kriya, so we're going to do parts of what's called the basic spinal series, and we're just going to warm up. So we're going to start with spinal flex. So starting with exactly where you are. I don't know if the pillow is comfortable for you or not,
good.
but you're going to have your hands here, and you're going to pull through the arms. So you're going to pull through, inhaling forward and exhaling back. It's called spinal flex. So it's a slight movement.
Like
it's not
this?
leaning forward so much as pressing from the low back.
Like
So kind of,
this?
pressing the belly forward. So you're inhaling forward and exhaling back and keeping that movement up. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. It's spinal flex. So you're flexing from the spine.
That's quick breathing.
Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. So in Kundalini yoga, they say that as flexible as the spine is as young and healthy as we are.
Oh, I want to be flexible.
So this stimulates all 32 of the vertebra in the spine.
Am I doing it right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Feel it? Nice. So inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. Nice. Good. Now, if it's okay with you, we're just going to get up on our knees a little bit.
Oh, Lord.
Can you do that?
Yeah,
So the other thing about
I just want to make sure that I don't lose anything with the microphone.
You might put the
here.
pillow on your
Can I just put it to the side?
Or if it's comfortable for you, you can put it on top of your feet and under your butt.
Well,
so it just gives you a little cushion there.
Comfort.
So with Kundalini yoga, we want to be very careful about our bodies. And so the first thing that you do is you trust your own body. So we're going to do the same thing. The hands will be on the legs, and then you're going to inhale forward and exhale back. So you're going to sit up straight, and you're just pressing the low spine forward. Got it? So inhaling forward and exhaling back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Nice, and the chin stays level just like that. The shoulders stay down. Perfect. Nice. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhale
And what is this
forward,
doing?
Exhaling back. We're still stimulating the spine. I'm rising the Kundalini energy up from the spine. This also has to do with the theta and the alpha and the delta waves, right, in the brain. It helps to balance and harmonize them as well.
This is harmonizing my brain?
Nice, it is. All right, let's come down back into what they call easy pose.
Oh, good. I like the easy pose. Oh, I want to sit
So
back
you
on
might
this?
want to sit on the pillow. So the easy pose.
The easy pose is good. I like that.
So the easy pose is,
I like
and
that
if
a
you can
lot.
cross your legs, great. If not, be comfortable where you are. So you're going to put your hands up. We're going to do spinal twist this way.
Oh, Lord.
So you're going to put your hands up so the thumbs are behind and the fingers are in front. And then you're going to inhale to the left and exhale to the right.
Oh, to the
Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. And you're just going to keep that movement up. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right.
Am I doing it?
Nice, yep. With a breath along with the movement. Nice.
We got
And
5
normally-
minutes, love.
Really? Okay. Let's stop
I
then.
told you it'd go by
Well,
quick.
I know.
I
So
told
let's
you.
start in the meditation. So
Okay.
here's the meditation for the glandular system. You're going to bring the right hand on top of the left. You're going to cross the left thumb into the palm. Yep.
Wait.
Left thumb. Yep. And the right over it. Yep. Exactly. Like so. And then this is called the mudra. We talked about hand positions. You're going to bring that up to heart level. And you're going to leave it right there. Now the eyes, your eyes can't be closed because you're watching for the cues.
Yes, because Susie's going to hold up a 3.
So the way that we do this meditation is you're going to take a deep inhale, and we're going to do what's called long sat nams. So sat nam means truth is my identity, and it's the Bij mantra in Kundalini yoga. So it's going to go, it would look like this, and you join in when you feel you're able to. So we would inhale. Sat nam. So you join in.
Yeah.
Inhaling. Sat nam. Inhale again. Sat nam.
There goes the 3.
Okay, inhale again. Sat nam. Let's do it one more time. Sat nam. So you can release the posture, bringing the hands
Oh my
down
God,
onto the
that's
lap.
pretty awesome.
How does it feel? Feels good, right?
Yeah.
You can feel the
Like,
difference
I
already.
want this to continue even though I have to stop the show.
Yeah, so we would do that normally 11 minutes, and it can be done up to 31 minutes.
11 minutes?
You would do it for 11 minutes. A lot of the meditations are for 11 minutes, 31 minutes, 62 minutes.
Oh my God, just
one-
that little chant there?
Yes,
just for
exactly.
like less than a minute.
Very
Felt
powerful.
incredible.
And if we were in class, you would get Shavasana. Now, Shavasana is corpse pose, and it's a critical pose in Kundalini yoga practice. It allows us to integrate all the work that we did in the Kriya and the meditation that came before. you won't have time for Shavasana. You're going to have to do it after the cameras are off.
It's going to happen when the
Yeah.
camera's off. There's going to be Shavasana happening here.
Let's end the way that we end a traditional Kundalini yoga practice,
Cool.
and that's with a song called The Longtime Sun.
Okay.
And the words are, may the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. We're going to sing it 3 times. The first time you're blessing yourself, the second time all those that you love, and the third time you're sending the healing that we've generated out into the world. It can be
Great.
to a condition, a place, a people, a country, whatever. So we're bringing our hands together in prayer pose again. Normally, again, eyes would be closed. But we're going to inhale, and you can sit in the sound current and jump in if you can or if you want to.
Yeah, because the
Inhaling to
one's
begin.
going up in a second. There's the one.
May the long time sun shine upon you, all us around you, and the pure light within you guide your way on.
Keep singing, love. Keep singing.
May the
You sing, I'm going to end the show. This was incredible. I got to tell you, this Kundalini yoga is the thing. And I am going to be doing Kundalini yoga again. I loved this. So thank you for watching. Keep singing, love. Keep singing. This is great. I'm loving this. I love you. So thank you for watching our Showtime for Healing. Keep singing, love. Oh, sing. Sing us off. Sing us off. Sing us off.
Sunshine upon you.
So thank you for watching. This has been an incredible show learning about Kundalini Yoga with Karen Lemieux. Please join us next time for another great episode for Time for Healing. Namaste.
Since 1984, SCTV has been the place to turn in Simsbury to watch local government in action. But we're more than local government and school meetings. SCTV is the only place where you can check out all the candidates in local elections. We have high school sports and exercise classes. Other shows keep you up on health, finance, poetry, music, and Simsbury hot topics. Now we need your help. Simsbury Community TV is embarking on a major capital fundraising campaign to bring SCTV into the 21st century. We've received a generous grant from the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving, but now we must match it. We want everyone to watch us on TV or on our website, but even if you never do, please help so that we can continue to keep your government open and you informed. Someday, when there's a crisis, you will want SCTV to be there.
Hi, my name is Greta Laurel, Vice President of Personal Insurance Sales with Summit First Insurance. I hope you'll join me in supporting SCTV. Since 1984, your connection to your town, your schools, and your government.